Hey, Chin Music listeners, welcome to episode of 11 of Chin Music with Mitch, your host. And
My name's Tony Legale.
how's it going, Tony?
That's going pretty good, Mitchell. Mitch, tell me what is on your head right now. It looks fantastic. Where can I get
Yes,
one?
so it is the official hat of Chin Music with Mitch and Tony.
Ooh!
Yes,
What about what's going on underneath that hat? Can I see that one more time?
yes, you may.
I'm sexy and I know it. Boo, 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 boo. Look at that flow, babe.
Yeah,
That looks nice.
yeah, I
Except you
decided to
told
do
me we were
something.
dressing up today, so I got the suit, I got the everything, and you're wearing a Raider shirt. What is going on?
I never said
Tell me about this.
anything about
You
dressing up.
you said it was formal. You said it was formal today.
If anyone knows me, formal to me is like a freaking floral like polo and
Mm.
khaki shorts. That is formal to me.
Yeah, well, that would have been a lot more formal than the 4-7 Raiders or whatever their goddamn record is.
They're 4-5 right now. Thank you very
Well,
much.
soon to be, soon to be. So what's going on with that hat? Where did you make that?
So yeah, so that hat was made by Snappy Duds.
Ooh, Snappy
Here-
Duds.
Here in Billings on 32nd and Hesper Road. And yeah, so I actually got them through the radio. They do a lot for the Bamski show on 105.1 The Bone. And he said they're great. Go to them for anything you need. And
Damn.
I can agree. They're great.
Is it white or is it gray?
It's white.
I like it. It gets dirty though. You know, my mom.
I
never let
know.
me buy
I know. I thought
white
about
shoes
that
'cause they get
after
too
I
dirty.
ordered it. And then I was like, well, I can't change it now.
I'm thinking we need like a gold and gray hat to go with my Knights gear.
I mean, we could do that. Kind of clashes with the green and black, but you know.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Green and black. But seriously, guess who's back, Mitchell?
Who's back?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray is back.
Yes, he is, baby.
Do they play him though, or are they tanking?
They're starting him, Mitchell. He's got the nod. They're gonna take their chances with one of the best athletes in the world.
I'll give you, since you used the word athlete. Yes, I will give you that.
Yeah, I know. That's all about that's about all he's got to hang his hat on. I mean, and I'm just such a believer. I wish this guy would just explode, because who gets drafted, who gets popped number 1 in the MLB draft and then gets popped also in the NFL. I just wish I could see him win, and I'd love to see that guy win. Like, if that guy win, everybody would just love that dude, and everybody probably already does. But
All I'm saying is I think he was drafted by the Athletics. They are kicking themselves that he chose football.
You're talking about the Las Vegas Athletics?
Soon to be Vegas Athletics.
That's even your team. You're a Vegas man. You're a Vegas man.
I'm a Vegas man because I'm a Raiders fan and they moved from Oakland. So
Yeah, what's going to happen when the A's go to Vegas and the Mariners play the Las Vegas A's? Like, I mean, are you bandwagon like usual, or?
Whoa. No, I'm a true Raider or true Mariners. I've been a Raiders fan for 20 years.
No, when they were in LA, you hated them.
I wasn't even born when they were in LA.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oakland, sorry.
In
Joke's
Oakland,
on
I
me.
love them.
Joke's on me. I'll tell you who's not back. Mr. Jim Harbaugh.
I just saw that. That is insane. The whole year, he cannot coach.
He gone.
You know, there's rumors that my Raiders are interested in him, and I hope they're not.
I mean, what do you make of that, my friend? I mean, is it obviously the right thing to do? I mean, basically, you knew the NCAA was going to be tough. I mean, this whole spying thing, I don't understand. I mean, how much edge, you can possibly come with just that? I mean, explain to me what he was searching for, Mitch, in your perspective. What with the drone or the situation? And I don't really care. It's
I
fun
don't
to
really know
watch.
what
And
he was going for. I think it was just a
like, what are
competitive
you
edge.
going for at that point? Like, what do you like? What like what?
I don't know.
What edge do you get? I mean, and if you know, it's a stupid question, let me know, because I don't understand what there's to gain other than knowing tendencies and analytics. But that doesn't make it, I mean, you don't even have to have a drone to do that. You just send some guy to the practice, like which they
Right.
did, I guess. But
Hmm. No, and like, I'm sorry if this was like Illinois or Purdue doing this, I would understand it because they need everything they can get to be better. But it's Michigan. They're already like at least the number 2 team in the Big Ten.
yeah,
They didn't need to do anything.
well, it's because of their spying, Mitch. Everybody knows that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
it's because they're a blue blood program and can get any 5-star they want.
Oh yeah. What else is going on, man?
A lot,
Yeah,
so
you've been working your balls off this week.
I kind of have been.
Yeah, I know.
So we are in the season of starting to get sponsors. We
Oh,
announced
tis the
Yegan.
season.
Yes, tis the season. We announced Yegan Golf and we announced Leif Wellhaven Consulting as our first 2 sponsors.
Yes.
Well, we have 2 more.
What? Tell me
Yes.
more.
So
Tell
we
me
have
freaking more.
so we have Neil Byer with LFS Real Estate.
Buyer. If
We
you're a buyer, go see Buyer. Neil Buyer, right?
Yes, Neil Byer,
Is that how
hire
he wants us
Byer.
to record the spot too?
Hey, Billings, if you're looking to buy, why would you go anywhere else other than with a buyer? Neil Buyer.
Thanks, Neil.
Yes, so Neil is he's sponsoring us for some social media, so
That's awesome.
we're gonna expand his social media reach, which he's a social media stud as it is. So
That's
won't be
awesome.
that hard on our end.
Cool. No, truly though, thank you. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Mitch, for putting in the work to go do that. Neil, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share your growth, sharing your growth, and you sharing ours. It means a lot, man. So thank you very much. I've never met Neil personally, but looking forward to meeting him. So
Oh, he's a great guy.
good deal.
I've known Neil forever, so I appreciate Neil very much. And he was I asked him, he's like, "Yep, no problem." I'm like, "Cool, love it."
That's
And
awesome.
then we have one more too that I
Oh,
secured yesterday.
secure. Lock that shit down.
I locked it down yesterday with Erica Lip Photography here in town.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So Erica does what kind of photos does she do?
She does all different kinds of photos. She does one of her specialties, which I think is really cool, is she's also a dance teacher, a dance instructor.
Oh, cool. What
And so she
studio?
does
Do you know
dance
that?
photography, huh?
Do you know what studio she's
I think
involved
it's
with?
just Billings Dance Studio, or Billings
Billings Dance
Ballroom
Studio.
Dance Studio.
Oh, okay, cool. We need to take some.
Um,
Shelby's on me, man. I mean, she is just like
she's doing a
that.
salsa class right now.
Don't tell Shelby.
I'll tell Shelby.
She's like, I just don't get why you never take me dancing.
No, Erica's great, and
Because I
she
can't
actually
dance.
just took a trip to Cuba
Okay.
and did a lot of photography in Cuba with the different dance things there, and it was really neat, her photography from there. But she also does like seniors, you know, business, like headshots, those types of things. Really, all different kinds of photography she's open to: maternity, wedding, all different kinds.
You want to know why I don't take dance lessons?
2 left feet.
Because I don't dance. And here I am. Spinning you round.
So yeah, so no, we have that, and I'm looking to so we have the 4 here in Billings, and I'm looking to do some sponsorships around the state. So if anyone's listening from anywhere in Montana or the country, really, I'm not too worried about just staying in Montana, but That's
Yeah,
where the
we're gonna come
majority of
into
our
your
base
house.
is.
We're gonna come into you live in Florida. We don't give a shit, right, Mitchell? We're gonna
We
talk to you
don't.
about some stuff. Talk to you about them stuff.
But if you like our content and are wanting to help support
There's
us,
the
just
kicker.
give us a message.
There's the kicker right there. The content. I gotta tell you, there's not a lot of content. Okay, I mean,
We're getting
that's
there.
like borderline John Gruden right there. A little.
Oh,
I gotta tell you, man. Here's a guy, man, wearing a Raiders jersey, man. Okay. What did you think of that? It was pretty
That
average.
was pretty
Okay,
good.
moving
That
on.
was decent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What else we got going, Mitchell? Tell us a little bit about kind of just what I mean. Anything? I mean, where are you at with the NFL this week? I mean, we're in week 10, Mitchell. It seems
We're in
like
week
yesterday
10.
we were just making our predictions.
I know.
Episode 1 was like our predictions, man, and like I was pretty much right except for the Jets and Zach Wilson. God, there's something about that guy's face where I just want to throw a weight across the room or something, a small dumbbell that I could really get some force on. I don't know. It's like
You
watching
really
a
hate him,
12-year-old
don't
kid
you?
cry after making a bad play. He just looks sad and like a kid.
Well, I mean, he does like moms, so he's got to look like a little kid somewhere.
So I've heard about the reference of this joke, but why don't you elaborate? What is that?
He basically chases older women.
Oh, well, he has all the resources to do that. So
I mean, why not? Whatever floats your boat, right?
Hey, yeah. I mean, overrated. Younger girls are overrated, I guess. Anyways.
I guess so. Yeah. So no, I mean, looking at this week's slate of games, there's a lot of games that are just right around that 500 mark for games. There's no like heavy hitter games. I guess one that's two that are interesting to me are the Browns and Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Those are always fun.
I always love the NFC North games, or AFC North, excuse me. And they're always fun.
Mm-hmm. They're always fun.
Yeah. And then another one that you don't see very often is San Francisco and Jacksonville.
That actually might be a decent little matchup, though.
It could be a very good matchup, and it's a game you don't see very often, and San Francisco has to travel across the country.
We shall see. Yeah, I have an announcement to make. I'm not proud to make it. Okay, this is a serious thing. Ready?
Your Pats suck.
Other than that, it's more serious than that. Not seriously obvious. Okay, I didn't say that. But Mitchell, I now have a wife, and I can't afford to suck at sports betting anymore. So therefore, I am officially done sports betting to be announced.
Oh,
done.
no.
So there goes like a segment of our show as well.
No.
I know. I have to. I suck. And then we broke down our business. We went through our finances. We gathered our bills. We game planned and all that shit. And it's like, where's this other, $7,000-8,000 a month going? Well, to the frickin' Patriots. That's where it's going because they suck.
Well, that's what you give for betting on your own team. I learned that one a long time ago.
I know. I'm betting with my heart too much. Anyways, so
there's a reason I don't sports bet, and it's because I'm a Raiders fan.
maybe if I just bet small, but who wants to do that? I mean,
no one.
Sure shit don't.
There's no fun in that.
Yeah, no. Anyhow, so so sponsors are rolling. Had a busy week in the insurance world.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Just sat in front of about 12 different people, and all of them didn't want to buy anything from me, Mitch.
That's always fun.
So I made them buy it.
Oh.
Yeah, the forceful sales tactic always works, right?
Yep.
No, it didn't work. Anyways, it's fine. It's not, but it's fine. It was informational. I want to tell you something, and it's really cool, actually. So one of the main perks of what I get to do every day is I get to jump in my pickup, wear my best clothes, and go and hunt opportunity, right? And get in front of people and make this available to them. I got to tell you, man, I have a whole new different outlook. And it makes me want to watch Yellowstone and wear cowboy boots because farmers, Mitchell, did you know that all they do all day long is they work? And like, that's all they do. Like literally, they don't get done till late at night and they come home, they're dog tired. They don't think anything of it. They wake up at 5 a.m. and get after it again. Dude, I got a whole different respect for those people.
Yep. My grandpa and uncle were ranchers, and yeah, they work their asses off.
Dude, they do, and they think nothing of it. And I like that because I try to work hard too. And and every time you think you're working harder, there's someone still working. So it's a good little tidbit of the week that I picked up in regards to just trying to find a silver lining for all that rejection. Anyways,
yeah. So one thing I wanted to bring up, and it's all across all sports, but there was a specific thing that I wanted to bring up with it. Is so this week in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, say that 15 or 3 times even.
No, thank you.
He got ejected for taunting.
Oh. Well, you shouldn't have done that, Mitch. You can't do that.
Okay, but here's my thing. So, one, what he did to get ejected. I don't know what he did to get his first technical foul, so I can't speak on that.
That's a technical foul!
But the second one, I didn't think warranted the technical foul. And a lot of people didn't think it warranted the technical foul. So I'm a big believer in, especially basketball and football and even baseball, there's a lot of emotion. Really any sport, there's a lot of emotion. And so if it's a play where like Giannis dunks on someone or someone makes an amazing catch or someone hits a game-tying or game-winning home run, as long as it's not completely obnoxious, let the player celebrate.
Paint me a picture, Mitchell. I didn't watch the game. I don't know what was warranted. I have no idea. What happened? What happened? What did he do, Mitch? What did he do?
He literally, he dunked on like a point guard, and he went
dunked on him.
And he went that he was too small.
Well, everybody's a lot smaller than him. So, I mean,
he's like 7 foot tall. So,
yeah, well, you just stay humble and shut your mouth and do your job and get paid $50 million a year and shut up. This is why I don't watch the NBA, Mitchell. This is exactly why.
It's not just the NBA, though.
It is.
No, it's not, Tony. Yes, it's not. I've literally, last year, I was watching a Raiders game, being the Raiders fan that I am. I watch their four games a year that they're on TV here. And
I give them that many primetime games. That's funny.
I know, right? That's the crazy part. But anyways, so I was watching one of the games, and Darren Waller, wish he was still on the team, caught a pass and literally did like the first down thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 15 yards. I don't think he did that. I don't know if he did. Well. Anyways, he got 15 yards for taunting.
I would just throw that out there.
I know.
Grabbed his meat and went, yeah!
Now, that would warrant the 15 yards. I would be totally
That's
okay
badass.
if he did that. Or like was dry hump in the air. Like, yeah, give him the 15 yards.
That's awesome.
But he was literally, he just went like that. And it's like, you can't.
Yeah.
It's a high emotion game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got to loosen the reins on these players a little bit. Yes, they're making millions of dollars, but they're also putting their bodies on the line. And it's an emotional game. Like, let them have some fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, truly, yeah. It's the games. All the games have came a long ways. You know what I mean? Like, pimping home runs,
right?
Touchdown deaths. Every time I think of a touchdown or a football, NFL, and you talk about keeping up with the times, right? And you talk about just what's proper or whatever. Just remember Randy Moss dropping his drawers, fake dropping his drawers, and just having Joe Buck be like, now that is just a disgusting act. And no, Joe Buck doesn't sound like Sean Connery, but
Rough we could
just
get
the way
here.
your mother likes it. Yeah, so the games have come a long way. You know what actually surprises me on this topic is when you watch NHL games and they score goals, right? Like, it's so sick. Like, last night I didn't have any money on games. We're at my folks' house watching just a hockey game right before the NFL game, and some guy scored a goal, and my natural instinct was just to do like this with my hands, like, oh yeah, cool, because goals are just sick, right? It's amazing, like, how these guys fight so hard in each other's getting in scrums. Guys after the whistle take a stick and just freaking cross check a dude right in the shoulder. Like, that doesn't feel great, by the way. And after they score a goal, like, and they celebrate, like, there's never any like. It's like, it must be like a cardinal sin of hockey, like, to get involved when someone beats you with a goal, because like, after all that chippy and chipperish hard play and stuff like that, you'd think like some guy would like show another guy up or like talk shit to him, right? And it never is that way. Isn't that weird when you watch hockey? Weird. Like, yeah, I see that and I'm just like, God, there was just a big scrum and this guy scored, and how is there not someone like taunt, like, and even the defensive team that's like getting scored on, like, you'd think like there'd be words said, but there's just nothing's more defeating than that, right? Like, talk the shit all you want, like, but like, I just scored, bro.
I wonder if part of it is a language barrier.
Potentially.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's more international players in hockey from different countries than definitely football, baseball. A lot of them speak Spanish or English, and so they could talk trash in Spanish.
Yeah. I think the most obvious answer, now that I think of it, now that I'm taking time to answer my own freaking thought, is that wouldn't be very, hockey players are very accountable to their team in the NHL, right? Like, they always are thinking about what's best for the team that they're affiliated with, playing with. It would be extremely detrimental to your team to give up a goal and then serve a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's true too.
Roughing minor, right? Like, another team scores. Oh yeah, guess what? And we're going on a power play too because you can't keep your head straight. That's probably what it is. That's probably exactly what it is. So
yeah, there's no real. I mean, there's the 15 yards in football, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Like,
other than you get two of them or whatever, and to get ejected costs your team that. But yeah, now I'm thinking of it, that's probably what it is. But yeah, shoot, you know what, man? Like, you hit a ball 500 feet in baseball, like, do whatever.
Pimp that shit.
Let's go, baby.
Like,
walk around.
Do all the stuff. I don't care.
Pegged next time. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a fan of it. I love it. I think it's great for the game.
For sure. So, speaking of attitude, did you watch the Bobcat game this last Saturday?
I didn't. So I've only caught like 3 games, and one of them I went to in person. But Saturdays are for. I've been grinding during the week, Mitchell. I'm tired. I'm a tired man.
No, I get it. Well, for me, Saturdays are Bobcat Day.
Ooh.
And so I don't do anything else. That's it. And so this last week, they played a really good game. They beat Northern Arizona. And but one of our
Lumberjack.
One of our players, Julius Davis, he's a running back. I think he was number 32 for when you guys went there.
Campbell?
Julius Davis.
I know. I just remember the Titans. Sorry, man. I just watched it a couple nights ago.
You're good. It's a good show.
Strong side, strong side.
Yeah. So, anyways, he was chirping the entire game.
Ooh.
Like, every time he would go up, he would like square up against the defender that tackled him, or just mouth off after every run. And it was the best thing I've ever seen. Even so much so that their games are on ESPN Plus, right?
Yeah.
And so after one of his plays, they caught him perfectly on camera, flipping the bird and saying, fuck you to their announcer, to the other team.
Yeah, baby.
And I was just like, all right, I love the fire, but tone it down just a tad bit.
No, the lumberjack.
Like, it was so funny. And I've been trying ever since to like go on the internet and just find that clip of him flipping off the other team, just so I could put that as like my screensaver.
Just
or
a
something.
meme. Just the meme of that guy. Just
Yeah.
it is funny how much you see that on just like watching sports, like pro sports. Just I know what he said. Yeah.
No, and it wasn't even like some of those that like they say it and you're like, maybe he said it. No, this was clear as day. Like you knew he was pissed at the other sideline.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Who do the Cats got this weekend, Mitch?
They play Eastern Washington and Bozeman.
Ooh, that'll be a good
play
one.
the Grizz
Is
next
Eastern
week.
Washington? Is Eastern Washington Washington? Isn't that funny how people Washington? Eastern Washington, are they any good, Mitch?
So they are not what they were 2-3 years ago. They were
as good as I was.
they were all right last year, and this year they're okay. I think they're
Okay.
right around 500. So Bobcats should beat them, but the Big Sky is so crazy. I have no idea.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chin music. Get you some.
Hey, one thing too,
Yeah.
so they were running the numbers on the viewership of the World Series,
Oh.
and it was like the worst it's been in 10 years.
We didn't even talk about it on our show.
No, well, it was like 4 games. It was like,
dude, it's like, I don't
it was
know,
the
like,
quickest World Series ever. Like,
actually, and it's funny because, like, I don't truly, Mitch, we do this for fun, and then when we have kids on here and we're promoting them and we want to get them to the college level, like we don't tell the listeners we got other stuff going on, right? We're busy people, right? So we forget, for at least for myself personally, I forget I even do this show with you.
like, dude, I forget. Like, I literally on Thursdays, I'm like, oh shit, we got a show tomorrow. On our, like, we have nothing to talk about tomorrow,
dude. So listen to this, bro. Like, so I'm out and about, and I think we were furniture shopping. My mom runs the Collins Furniture here in town, and one of her like worker guys or that works for sales guys was just like, Tony, I love your guys' show. It's awesome. I wish you would have talked more about the World Series. And I had no rebuttal. It's just like, oh yeah, well, yeah, it would have been great to talk about, except I was watching the Knights play because I could give a shit less about the D-backs, and especially, who'd they play again? Oh yeah,
the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Seager. I mean, he's on the team. No, shit, man. I would have watched every game, and I would have bet on it. But if the Phillies were in it, but I don't want. I don't know. Maybe my heart's just not in baseball like it once was. Maybe it never was. Maybe that's why you brought me here, Mitch. Talk about my feelings on baseball. I don't know. Regardless, yeah, we didn't talk about the World Series. Can't wait for baseball next year, just so we don't have to watch those two teams on TV. Anyhow,
that was my problem with it. Was I literally, like, someone asked me, like, who are you going for in the World Series? I'm like, not the AL, because it was the Astros and the Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care who comes out of the NL. That's who I'm going for.
I'm gonna say this. I probably would have watched at least like the final game or last couple games had the Diamondbacks been ahead, just to see some history. I know that the Rangers had never. I mean, history in itself, that's great. That's their first World Championship. I don't know. I probably would have watched if the Diamondbacks were on a roll and they were about to upset these guys and they were on a heater and they would have steamroll everyone to get to that point. Like, I probably would have watched, but that just, they got blasted.
They really did.
The game that I watched, I think it was game 2. They lost like 11-2 or something like that.
Yeah, there was one game they lost really badly.
Yeah, they were just It
wasn't close. I mean, kudos to them for even making it. They shouldn't have made it.
No.
Honestly,
no,
they shouldn't have even been in the playoffs, and then they shouldn't have made the World Series. So, kudos to them for making it the way they did. But
yeah, it really sucked the wind out of my sail to watch Harper and the boys not advance to that last. I mean, I don't know, man. There's something about, I think it's just like that era, like that, like middle school era where the Phillies, where they had who's the closer, Papelbon. They had Papelbon.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, like it was October and it was cold as balls there, and you know, like watching it on TV, it's just like October, and like there's just something about Philadelphia that I think I like the Phillies, man. I think I like the Phillies. Like I think I like what's going on in Philadelphia in October, right? So it's just like suck the wind right out of my sail just to even care about what's going on. Truly.
Yeah, I got the wind knocked out of me the minute the Braves lost, so then I lost all care.
Yeah. Anyways, I was watching the Knights. The Knights finally lost a game, Mitch. They finally lost a game in regulation. They lost a couple. They lost to the Anaheim Ducks, who as a young team, nobody expected them to do much.
They're okay though.
Yeah, they're young, they're talented. They're going to get a hell of a lot better over the years. They got a great system, people in the system that are good. And then they lost to the Kings. They lost to the Kings on primetime TNT, I think 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay.
So they are 11-2. They host tonight. Today is Friday, November 10th, and they host the Sharks in Vegas tonight. The Sharks are 1-11 on the season.
Oof.
Yeah, they are very, very horseshit. They suck. Yeah. So we, and it's just going to be a grind for those guys. Like, I don't know, like, how would you cope with that being in professional sports and just being outmatched like that every night?
Garbage.
Like, it's got to be grueling, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
speaking of bad hockey teams I know you want to rant about because you told me about this the other day. Talk to me about Edmonton a little bit.
So I think, this is when I was still betting on hockey. This was a couple days ago. Okay, but I quit now. I'm a sober man from the sports betting world. Remember, as of like a couple days ago, last night. We had talked about it last night. Shit. So I'm on 1 day sober from gambling on sports.
Do you want your 1 day chip there, Tony? Or
please, just yes.
I'll make chips for you. We'll get through this together, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I watched Thursday night football last night with no money on it, and so I tried to.
That's a good step.
I tried to see the value and the jerseys and the cool helmets and all the colors, and it sucked. And I probably won't watch any more sports, so I don't know what we're going to talk about. Anyways, moving on. The Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers. I put a bet. I had a 4-team parlay. They were the last leg. They were the last night of my game. Because ideally, I schedule my bets so that I can watch one at a certain time. And then when I'm laying in bed about 9:30, we doze off. But I kind of stay up and watch on my phone. And usually, I've got the last leg of my parlay is that game. Mm-hmm. It was the Canucks versus the Oilers. And I'm thinking, at this moment, they're 8-2-1. Right, the Vancouver Canucks are 8-2-1. The Edmonton Oilers, the team that I put $200 on to win the President's Trophy this year. Okay, so I got some stock in these guys as well. Not much, $200 is nothing, but to win the President's Trophy, right? They're 2-7. Now they're 2-9, and they didn't really lose anyone.
So it's just other teams have gotten better, or
I have zero idea. All I know is that I watched that game, and it was the sloppiest hockey I think I've watched that I've ever watched.
Wow.
It was the sloppiest hockey. I'm talking about passes that are not being like passes rolling off the sticks every time. Right, like a team's grooving, like it's fun to watch. They're just boom, 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 pass, and it's snapping back and forth. Amazing skating, tons of pressure in the offensive zone. Dude, it was the sloppiest hockey I've ever watched in my life. And to tell you what's really kind of really wearing on me, Connor McDavid. You can't say anything about him because he's the greatest player in the world.
Right.
And I'm still going to say that about the guy, but I don't even know who he is. Like, I don't even know you, bro. Like,
Is
I don't
he
even know
trying
what's
too
going
much?
on. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He got in a scrum. He got frustrated. He got thrown in the box for a roughing. Like,
Wow.
shit. And I'm used to tuning into those games just to watch him get the puck and skate by people because it's probably the most extraordinary thing you could watch in sports. No shit. I swear to you.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable to watch that guy work.
Yeah.
Totally different human being right now. And I don't know what is going on. Leon Draisaitl looks lethargic. I love Leon Draisaitl, second best player in the world. Debatable, but especially now. But they got 1-2 punch. He looks dismal. Like, I don't know what's going on in Edmonton, but like they need an oil change.
Good one. So I'm going to switch sports because I don't know much about hockey.
Well,
but there was
a
massive change, kind of like what you're saying the Oilers need in the NFL with my Raiders.
Who on the Raiders underperforming again this year? That's so freaking ridiculous. We have to talk about
the coach.
The coach.
They finally fired Josh McDaniels.
Good.
I literally, the day they fired him, I think it was not Christmas, it was Halloween that night. I literally was in my bed at 11 o'clock. I got the notification. I screamed, hell yes. And I woke up my parents.
Carmen just comes in.
No, they literally came in. Mitch, are you okay? I'm like, I'm great. It's like Christmas.
No, I'm not okay. I'm fantastic. Kidding me? It's 1 a.m. Wake up. Let's have a party.
And so, no, they fired Josh McDaniels. Devontae Adams is like a kid in a candy store with him gone.
Like it's the ball now.
I guess it was literally like they had a closed door meeting with the players and McDaniels and all the coaching staff, and the players just ripped into McDaniels. I just remember. I mean, I just love that video of Tom Brady just lighting him up. That's all I can think about. And so they were like ripping into McDaniels, and McDaniels walked out and said, Antonio Pierce, you take over the meeting. I don't want to hear any more of this. And so then Antonio Pierce took it over, and now he's the interim coach. And guess what? We won last week. Yes, it was the Giants, but we won 30-6. So it's not like we were skating by them.
Look at all this false hope floating in the air. I can just see it floating around you right now. You know that, right?
Oh my God, it's beautiful. And we played the Jets this week.
It's beautiful.
Like, it's great. The stars cannot align even anymore.
Zach Wilson is going to eat your lunch.
We play the Vikings, who have Josh Dobbs as their quarterback now.
I can't even keep a straight face. The thought of Zach Wilson eating anyone's lunch.
I didn't even acknowledge that because that's not going to happen. We are going to eat Zach Wilson.
You're going to eat him? Bro.
Yes. Max Crosby single-handedly is going to destroy Zach Wilson.
Zach, we're going to eat you. What do you think about that, Zach?
Zach Wilson is going to be destroyed by Max Crosby this weekend.
Max Crosby. Well, Mitch, once more, we want to say thank you to Neil. We want to say thank you to Erica for being our new sponsors. Next, this
thanks
coming
to Randy and Leif.
Yes. Peter Yagan Golf Course. We will be kicking off every episode with our new spots that we're going to record sooner or later. But I know that at Peter Yagan, what we're talking about is all the we briefly spoke about it is all the good rates right now and good deals on a membership for the rest of the year. So Peter Yagan Golf Course, we'll get you.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much, listeners, and be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Chin Music.
Tune in.